Everyone, it's Deb from Locked Up with History at Geelong Gaol Museum and Twisted History here. I have another story I want to tell you about one of our prisoners here at the Geelong Gaol. Now, it's kind of a sad story, and if you've ever visited the jail, you might have heard the story of the bend in the beam. Now, I'm just going to turn you around so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, it might be a little difficult to see from this angle, but if I zoom in a little bit, you can see that this top beam has a very distinct bend in it. If you have a look at some, it's a bit hard to see the others. I'll show you the others in a minute. Now, that bend was put there by a man by the name of Henry Cutmore. Now, Henry went through a few different names. He was known as George Glover. He was known as Harry Cutmore. He was even known as Henry Down, which amuses me because that's my great-great-great-grandfather's name. But what he was known for, especially in his younger days, is he was known as the Fire King. And the reason he was known as the Fire King is because you annoyed him or pissed him off, he would set fire to your haystacks. So that was what he would do. But by the time he was here in 1901, he was an elderly man. He was 80 years old. He had cancer in his elbow, and he was sent here basically to die. But I don't think anyone expected him to die in the manner that he did. But what he did is one morning he was waiting for his medicine at the surgery. The next thing, Warder Coy turned round and noticed that he was hanging from his elbows from the third tier. Now, if I just flick you around again, sorry, the lights are going on and off. Now, if I just give you an idea, I'm sitting down on the ground floor, so you need to go all the way up there. So it's basically a 7-metre drop. So that's the base of the third tier. So from there, he fell all the way down here, down onto what was then a slate floor. Now, on his way down, he hit that beam, and that's what created the bend that's still seen today. He landed on the floor with some horrendous injuries, but he took about 3 or 4 hours before he passed away from his injuries in the surgery. He was 80 years old at the time. That was one of the saddest stories.